Hello, everybody. Just wanted to say hello to our leadership in diverse society course. It's going by really fast. We have just about a month left at this point. We end in October 4th. And so just wanted to say hello to everybody. Some are local, some are remote and distant from Northern Kentucky University. And so that's actually one of the cool parts about 21st century teaching. We can do lessons and material remotely across some geographical boundaries that would have ultimately in the past been a boundary, but now we can connect uh, wide distances. So I'm Dr. David Childs. As you know, I wanted to just go over a couple of things of clarity. So, for one, if you would like to meet with me either in person, I know everybody is not able to do that, but we can meet in person. Generally, I am on campus Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I may be in and out of meetings at different places, but I'm usually around all day Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Not early mornings, but probably by 10 or 11, I'm here. Um, and and then some Mondays and Fridays. So but if you can't do in person, I'm very flexible via Zoom. We can meet just like this. This is a Zoom recording, of course. And so definitely reach out and touch if you need to reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. All right, that's me. You have to get used to me. For folks that have had me in person, I will launch into song. I like music. At any rate, definitely reach out and connect with me, or even just to say hi. We can talk, or by the phone, via the phone. You can call my office phone, and we can connect in that way, and leave a message. I'll get right back with you. So I just wanted to also go over a few things. I did go back and try to resolve some of the discrepancies between the syllabus and the Canvas dates. I do apologize for that. I know that can be frustrating. If you see that kind of thing, let me know. Sometimes Canvas throws things off for me and messes dates up. And so I've been trying to be diligent and go back and see where those discrepancies are. But just let me know if you're confused. I definitely want to know that. So let's go specifically. I want to go over some assignments here so that you can be up to speed. As I said, we have about a month left, so you definitely need to keep up with the readings. As you can see, this is a pretty reading intensive class. And so at this point, you have Is Everyone Really Equal reflection paper already coming up. That's this text. I know there was a little confusion about this. The author is Senso and D'Angelo. I wouldn't have made the change there. There was something I had to correct with the authorship. But this, you definitely should be doing a 2 to 3 page reflection on this book. Summarize the book, discuss ways the book relates to the course material, identify 3 key passages and quotes, discuss why the passages stood out to you, identify and define 8 key terms. What aspects of the book do you like? And so those kinds of things you need to be doing. And lastly, part G, what are some ideas, important concepts, or principles you learned from the text that you can apply to your own teaching and leadership? So this is a well-known book. Actually, Robin DiAngelo has a book known as White Privilege, and so she definitely is on the cutting edge as it relates to social studies, social justice, I should say, multicultural education and leadership. So I think you'll like the text. You got some work to do if you haven't started, so go ahead and do that. Um, and complete that paper and submit it. You'll need to have that done um, by Sunday at 2. Okay. Um, so yeah. That is basically when that is due. So yeah. Okay, we are going to. Now, I think I'm going to actually. Well, Sunday at 2. We'll say that. Just keep it as is. I'm not going to change anything. Um, all right. So you understand that is everyone really equal? Reflection, moving right along. You have some, you're already kind of understanding how the class works. There's some videos and assignments. On that same day, understand intellectual humility. So you'll be watching a video and thinking about that concept. And keep up with the Terrell text. This is a sprint course, so there's a lot of readings, as you know. Then there's some lectures coming down the pike, reading response. Now, on the September 22nd, you're responsible for doing a reflection on the documentary 13th, that I really think you'll like. It has to do with Black history in this country as it relates to the prison system and the legacy of enslavement and how that affects us today. You will really enjoy that. It's a research-based documentary, really well done, because we're in a time where there's a lot of conspiracy theory out there. This is not conjecture. This information is based on research. Summarize the film, discuss ways the film relates to the course material, identify 4 key points, ideas that stood out to you, discuss why the information stood out to you. Part E, what are some disturbing things about the film? F, what aspects of the film do you like? What are some ideas, important concepts, or principles you learned from the film? So that's what you have to do in relation to the reflection on the documentary. Another book you need to be reading, Escaping from Home, and that is the novel that I have written along with my colleague. Now, don't let this deceive you. This book is we're working on the second edition. This text is really small. The print is really small, and really, it probably is about a 200-page novel. As it stands right now, it's at 122 pages, but the text is small and it's dense. So I would recommend you give yourself a little bit more time to read this. This is due September 22nd. So please keep that in mind as you're working. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a historical fiction. It's based on true African American history and related to diversity in leadership. So it'll give you some historical grounding. I wanted you to read a little bit of more history so we can think about the context of race and diversity, equity, and inclusion in this particular class. And there's also your final. I wanted to say a few words about your final presentation. I don't want anybody to forget and not realize you had the final. October 2nd, it's due. It's a presentation. The final call for you to develop a presentation that provides information centered on diversity and leadership, stemming from concepts from the readings and course discussions. Please provide a video lecture using a PowerPoint or Prezi, or you can use a Zoom. For me, the easiest way to do it is Zoom and share my screen. And much like, I'll give you an example. Let me pull up something here, and we'll come back to this. The best way to do it, as I started to say, is to share your screen. And so this is a lecture I gave at Kentucky Educational Television. And so in the course, you've been watching lectures that I did without the video, but you can hear my voice. This is probably the better way of doing it. I'm doing this in Zoom. So do you see how I can do an entire lecture? In this case, I'm talking about teaching Black history via Zoom. So Zoom is probably the best. Some people use Google Meet and those kinds of platforms. Whatever you're comfortable with, others use. There's a Google Meet, and there's the other one, that Teams, Microsoft Teams. I'm more comfortable with Zoom or any video format, but I would like to see your face, and I would like to see your PowerPoint or Prezi lecture, your notes. If you need help with that technology, I would ask that you would call the tech center IT at NKU. Give yourself time to do that. Or there are tutorial videos that show you how to upload YouTube and do YouTube videos. So please give yourself ample time to do a good job. Do not email me the night before and saying I'm having technology problems. Resolve that now, please, because I don't want to really be evaluating you on technology. I'm going to be looking at your content. Speaking of that, if you would look at requirements, criteria, at least 10 to 15 slide presentation, Prezi, 10 to 15 minutes or 10 to 15 minute video. Or let me clarify that. I want you to have 10 to 15 slides, okay? It can be done relatively easy on or Zoom or PowerPoint. Must be informative, expand upon leadership, diversity, and education. Be well prepared. Creativity. You can use clips, cultural artifacts. Must have good grammar, spelling, and sentence structure. Include at least 4 scholarly valid sources. Scholarly meaning peer review. It could be books, academic journals, encyclopedias. But be sure not to use websites that are not valid sources. There's a lot of information out there, and I want you to use scholarly resources and not conjecture, opinion, conspiracy theories, those kinds of things. You may not use presentation materials from other courses. Please do not take a presentation you did in another class and use it for this. That constitutes failing. These will be made public for your classmates to see. View 2 of your classmates' lecture and discuss 3 things you learned or liked about the lecture. So that's a part of it as well. These are some topics that you may choose from. Importance of diversity in the teaching force, importance of diversity in educational leadership, importance of diverse curriculum, importance of diverse classroom literature, culturally competent curriculum, critical race theory, leadership in racially diverse elementary classrooms, as well as middle or secondary, whichever one you choose, understanding the impact of anti-Blackness in schools, impact of racism in schools, overrepresentation of Black males in special education or being disciplined, effective leadership in diverse education. Some folks have done, for example, the use of religion. You can do, if you think of a topic, let me know that's not on the list. Religion as it relates to diversity and education, spirituality, those kinds of things. I remember somebody doing something like that in one of my courses. So overall, I want you again to contact me, be in touch, go over the syllabus if need be, and close this out. I am here in terms of anything you would need to be successful. I want you to be successful, and that is about all. I did want to highlight our text here. You already should be reading it. Culturally proficient leadership: the personal journey begins within. Actually, Dr. Terrell was one of my professors, Raymond Terrell. I went to Miami University. That's my alma mater. This is the 2nd edition, and I liked it. The subtext: the personal journey begins within. So as we're doing this leadership work, diversity work, it starts with us. Often when we think about diversity, we think about the others, those people out there. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so excited to have you in the class. I've been enjoying reading your stuff. and meeting you all. Just such an interesting group. Thank you, and we will be in touch soon. Have a wonderful day.